Tubbut's like many other rural, isolated communities. It's suffering from the loss of its young people who really have to leave the area just to go to high school, let alone tertiary education, and they don't come back because there's no work. What I've found in doing local history interviews is there's a real sense of the great days were in the past. And that's interesting because we've got two generations there, and one looks back to the 50s, and the other, that's my generation, looked back to the 70s, where it just seemed that everything was happening. So Taste of Tubbut began as a response to Sustainability Week, which is something that happens in Victoria, was funded by the government, is no longer, but it was a way of having a whole lot of events, all different according to where they took place, because I'd been thinking about local food, thinking that's what we do well. Taste of Tubbut began as a lunch in 2011. Lo and behold, 30 people came. The only restriction I put on their food was bring something with a local ingredient. Hey, it can be chives, i.e. everyone can participate. This year we got 70 people and we had the most fabulous tables groaning with food. Now, where does fruit come into this, you might ask? I haven't mentioned it yet. Fruit assisted Tubbut by being there, by bringing us into the wider sphere, and Tubbut brought the local to fruit. And it's just a really interesting collaboration because we do have artists in our community who do feel really isolated, and fruit is a way of bringing people in. And in isolated communities, everyone feels as though they're tackling their problems on their own. They feel that there's not much future for their communities, and in fact, we've really got to turn that around. It was the heyday in our memories, maybe in the past, but hang on, the next generation's going to look back and let's say, hey, gee, the 1920s, the 1910s, gee, they were a great decade. So I guess that's what Taste of Tubbut was about, and what fruit's about too, really.
Maybe I should have followed you and I beat down your door. Maybe it's gonna be breaking you every time you fall. But to shower you with pity, did you know